Christmas University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Virgin.
Hello and welcome to heat number 3 of this year's Christmas University Challenge. This seasonal series is much shorter than our student competition, which means there's only room in the next round for the 4 highest scoring winners of these first 6 heats. Tonight's alumni teams can secure their spot if they win with a score of at least 175 points. Aiming to do so on behalf of Dundee University this year are, firstly, an artist whose work deals with the spatial properties of sound and the relationship between sound and architecture. She won the Turner Prize in 2010 for her installation Lowlands, and in 2014 was awarded an OBE for services to British art. Their second player began her career in journalism, then joined the army, where she served in Bosnia in 1997. There she was inspired to retrain in medicine, becoming an emergency medicine doctor. She's currently a PhD student at Cambridge, examining the impact of attacks against healthcare in war. Their captain is a familiar face from BBC News and Sport, who's presented from Wimbledon, the Olympics and Sports Personality of the Year, and was one of the BBC's main anchors for the 2022 Commonwealth Games. She's also the co-host of BBC One's Sunday Morning Live. Completing the team is a veteran of the music industry. He's been the general manager of Motown Records UK and represented artists including Junior Giscombe and Stevie Wonder. He's also a consultant and campaigner for equality in the industry and currently the rector of the university he's representing tonight. Let's meet our first ever alumni team from the University of Dundee.
Hello, my name is Susan Phillips. I studied at Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art and graduated in 1993 with a degree in fine art.
Hello, I'm Salia Ahsan. I studied medicine and made films in Dundee, and I graduated in 2006.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Holly Hamilton. I studied politics with international relations and French at Dundee University and finished with a master's in 2008.
Hello, and I'm Keith Harris. I studied at the university from 1970 to 1974, and now I'm a music business old person.
They're facing 4 alumni of what's now Bangor University, which is also making its debut in this Christmas competition. Their first player is a conservation scientist who is currently the chair of the England Species Reintroduction Task Force, having previously been chief executive of the British Trust for Ornithology for 13 years and a member of the board of Natural England for 9. Their second player is a best-selling author of young adult and fantasy fiction and non-fiction on LGBTQ themes, including the Sunday Times #1 bestseller, Her Majesty's Royal Coven, and the global bestseller, This Book is Gay. She's also a journalist, occasional actress and podcaster. Their captain served for 26 years in the Royal Military Police, where he was appointed Provost Marshal and commander of the 1st Military Police Brigade, before retiring and taking up his current role as Independent Chief Inspector of Borders and Immigration. Their final player is a Plaid Cymru politician who has been MP for the constituency of Arvon, previously Carnarvon, since 2001. Between 2015 and 2017, he was also Plaid's leader in the House of Commons. Let's hear them introduce themselves in the usual way.
Hello, I'm Andy Clements. I studied zoology at Bangor, graduating in 1976 and graduating with a PhD in 1980.
Hi, I'm Juno Dawson. I studied psychology at Bangor and graduated in 2002.
And their captain?
Hi, I'm David Neal. I graduated in 1993 with a degree in English Literature.
Hello, I'm Howell Williams. I studied social work in Bangor and qualified in 1981.
Welcome to you all. It's very nice to see you. I think you know the rules by now, which are basically that, same as ever. Starter questions are open to all of you, and you have to answer them on the buzzer with no conferring. If you do answer them correctly, you get 10 points. If you answer incorrectly, you lose 5 points. And then if you get them right, you get a set of bonuses on which you can confer for 5 points each. Ready? Feeling good? Looking very nervous. Here's your first starter for 10. I need you to name either of the 2 people described here. Both had their 90th birthday on March the 14th, 2023, and worked on a prominent 1969 British crime film. The first wrote its score, including the song Get a Bloomin' Move On, a.k.a. the Self-Preservation Society. The second played the character Charlie Croker, who delivers the film's...
Bangor Neal.
Michael Caine.
It is Michael Caine, yes. Quincy Jones or Michael Caine would have done. Your Bonuses then, Banger, are 3 questions on quotes about Pablo Picasso made by his contemporaries. First, born in 1869, which French artist said, "Only one person has the right to criticise me, it's Picasso." From the 1940s onwards, he rejected painting in favour of colourful paper cutouts.
Matisse. 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 Matisse.
Correct. Born in 1882, which French artist said of his close relationship with Picasso, "It was like being roped together on a mountain." Together with Picasso, he co-founded Cubism.
I can't think.
No, pass.
It's Braque. Finally, born in 1904, which surrealist artist said, "Picasso is a painter, so am I. Picasso is a Spaniard, so am I. Picasso is a communist, neither am I."
Dali.
It was Salvador Dali, yes. Now let's start a question now. In a report in the early 1840s on the British fossil reptilia, the paleontologist Richard Owen proposed what now ubiquitous term for a category of large terrestrial reptiles. His point...
Banganil.
A dinosaur.
Correct, yes. Your bonuses, Banger, are 3 questions on New World monkeys. Found in Central and South America, the family Aotidae comprises the only true nocturnal monkeys. After what predatory bird are they named?
Predatory bird. Is this such like an eagle monkey?
Eagle.
Is it vulture monkey or something?
Condor.
Eagle monkey.
No, it's the owl monkeys. Bad. The family Cebidae includes squirrel monkeys, as well as what other subfamily of monkeys, named for a group of Franciscan friars?
Capuchin.
Capuchin monkeys.
Capuchin is correct. Finally, the family Atelidae comprises muriquis, woolly monkeys, howler monkeys, and what other group of monkeys that are named for their long, spindly limbs and prehensile tails?
Spider.
Spider monkeys.
Spider monkeys is correct, yes. Another starter question now. Fingers on buzzers. Which is the only US president to have been born on the 4th of July? During his tenure as president, the John T. Scopes trial took place regarding the teaching of Darwin's theory of evolution, and The Jazz Singer, the first talkie feature film, was released. You may not confer. Buzz if you think you know.
Banganil.
Truman.
No. You may not confer. You may not confer on
Andy
starter
Harris.
questions.
Eisenhower.
No, it's Coolidge. No conferring, no talking even on starter questions. Right, another starter question. What term deriving from the Latin for to wipe away refers to a group of chemicals that can be divided into categories including ionic, zwitterionic, and non-ionic? Examples of the latter include twine and triton, which can be used to solubilize lipids. In more common usage, the term can be used to describe washing up liquid and washing powder.
Dundee Asan.
Detergent?
It is detergent, yes. we're off the mark. Well done. Your bonuses, then, Dundee, are 3 questions on world geography. Spanning... oh, God, that's a bad start.
We discussed this.
Spanning an international boundary, which highly saline lake has the lowest elevation of any inland body of water on Earth?
It's in Jordan. It's in Jordan. Is it the lowest? Is it talking about the lowest? No, it's not the Dead Sea. It's the Dead Sea.
Yeah, happy with that? The Dead Sea.
Correct. Usually dry and lying in a saline depression, which lake of southern Australia contains the lowest point on the Australian continent at around 15 metres below sea level?
I don't know any lakes in Australia.
Australia, any lakes at all?
Australian lakes. Can't think of any.
Not known for their lakes, really, Australia.
No, but
See something.
I can't think of a single lake in Australia. Oh, so
Well, if you can't think of a single lake in Australia, you're going to be in trouble. So, I've got to hurry you, come on.
Sydney Lake.
No, it's Lake Eyre. Finally, Badwater Basin contains the lowest point in North America at around 86 metres below sea level and is located in which arid region of eastern California?
The Nevada. Yeah.
Nevada.
No, it's Death Valley. Bad luck, bad luck. Right, picture round now. For your picture starter, you will see a photograph of King Charles III. For 10 points, name the city where the photo was taken.
Banganil.
Berlin.
That is Berlin, yes.
Very good.
You saw for your picture starter a photograph of King Charles in Berlin during his first state visit as king. For your picture bonuses, you'll see a series of maps, this time showing cities that King Charles visited in his last years as Prince of Wales. 5 points for each city you can name. First,
Is that Bucharest? Skopje.
Not a clue.
Bucharest?
I think it might be, yeah.
Skopje.
Nominate Williams.
Skopje.
bad luck, it is actually Bucharest. Secondly,
Somewhere in Canada, isn't it? Is it in Canada?
Near a lake.
I can't.
Ottawa? Toronto? No. Oh, maybe Ottawa because it's near a lake.
Calgary,
Yeah.
definitely not Calgary.
Go with Ottawa.
Ottawa?
no, it's Yellowknife. Finally,
That looks like Alexandria.
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 that is Alexandria. Well done. Now let's start the question now. No conferring. Fingers on buzzers. What foodstuff appears in the title of a 1985 work by the anthropologist Sidney Mintz, in which he argues that the desire for this substance in 17th century Europe changed the history of capitalism and industry? He notes that its production in the Caribbean...
Banganil.
Sugar.
Sugar is correct, yes, well done. Your bonuses then, Banger, are 3 questions on glitter. Banned from sale in the EU as of 2023, modern plastic-based glitters usually consist of aluminium bonded to which common plastic? Recyclable but not biodegradable, it is a member of the polyester family, also widely used in food and drink packaging. A 3-letter abbreviation is enough for the points here.
PVC.
PVC.
No, it's PET. Next, what is the short name of the family of silicate minerals that includes muscovite and lepidolite, and which is widely used as a source of plastic-free glitter? These minerals have a distinct pearly luster and can notably be cleaved into extremely thin elastic plates.
Graphene.
No, it's mica. Other biodegradable glitter alternatives are made from MRC, sourced chiefly from eucalyptus trees. The C here stands for what complex carbohydrate, the main structural material of plants?
Cellulose.
Cellulose.
Correct, yes. Let's start the question now. What 5-letter word can precede all of the following? 8, to give the title of a 2011 thriller directed by J.J. Abrams. Size.
Banker Dawson.
Super.
Super is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Banger, are on culinary words in English that derive ultimately from languages of West Africa. Give each word from the definition or description. First, a common name for the edible seed pods of Abelmoschus esculentus. Slender, green and 5-sided, they are notably mucilaginous and are so commonly used to thicken soups and stews such as Louisiana gumbo.
Okra.
It is okra, yeah. Secondly, a short word that may be applied to a number of species of starchy edible tuber in the genus Dioscorea. In US English, the word is also used to denote sweet potatoes, though they are botanically unrelated.
Yam.
Lamb.
Yam.
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 Correct. Finally, the short common name of a genus of trees in the mallow family, whose nuts are high in caffeine and have historically been used as an ingredient in soft drinks.
Coca.
Coca.
No, it's cola. Music round now, and for your music starter, you're going to hear a piece of pop music. For 10 points, name the artist.
Dundee Phillips.
Sinead O'Connor.
It is Sinead O'Connor, yes. For your music starter, you heard Sinead O'Connor singing Mandinka. O'Connor died in July of this year, and your music bonuses are 3 more songs by musicians who also died during 2023. In each case, we're looking for the name of a singer. First, for 5 points, name this singer.
I left my heart
Tony Bennett.
You don't have to wait for me to stop enjoying the music. I was having a great time, yeah. It was indeed Tony Bennett. Secondly, name the composer and vocalist on this song.
like I've been here before.
Dave Crosby.
David Crosby.
Yeah, exactly, from Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. And finally, this singer.
Tina Turner.
You enjoyed that one, yep. That certainly is Tina Turner. Another starter question now. Trained in both law and medicine, Edmond Locard established a pioneering laboratory in Lyon in 1910, devoted to what specific branch of science? He formulated the exchange...
Banker Neil.
Forensic science.
It is forensic science, yes. Well done. Your bonuses, Banger, concern four-letter words that can be spelt by combining the symbols of two chemical elements. In each case, simply named the two elements for the points. For example, if I asked for the second letter of the Greek alphabet, the answer would be beryllium and tantalum, whose symbols spell beta. First, a villain in the Batman series, played in The Dark Knight Rises by Tom Hardy. Remember, I need two element names.
So what's BA in NE?
Barium and neon.
Barium and neon.
Very well done, yes. Secondly, the immortalised cell line derived from Henrietta Lacks. They are commonly used in cell biology labs.
It's not my thing.
Hang on, is it stem cells?
Oh, okay. So STEM.
I don't know.
Strontium and
Strontium and some. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry.
EN, would it be?
EM, STEM.
EM. Strontium and Imodium.
We could have been here all day. No, it was HeLa cells giving us helium and lanthanum. Finally, an aquatic mammal that shares its name with a British singer-songwriter whose works include the 1994 single Kiss from a Rose.
Seal. So it's SE and AL.
So selenium and aluminium.
I will nominate...
Selenium and aluminium.
Well done, that's correct, yeah. Let's start a question now. A contributor to the development of avant-garde and free jazz with his work alongside John Coltrane on albums such as Meditations and Ascension. Which saxophonist's own albums as band leader include Tawhid and Karma? He died in 2022. Anyone want to have a go? No? It's Pharoah Sanders. Let's start the question now. An assistant and student of Galileo, which Italian scientist is widely accepted as the first to give an accurate scientific description of the cause of wind, outlining in a lecture to the Accademia della Crusca how air circulates between regions of different atmospheric pressure? He is also known for inventing the mercury barometer.
Banker Neil.
Copernicus?
No.
Dundee Harris.
Celsius.
No, it was Evangelista Torricelli. Let's start the question. In 1815, the German inventor Johann Melzel patented a mechanical wind-up device that he had developed as a tool for musicians from a design by a Dutch competitor under the title Instrument/Machine for the Improvement of All Musical Performance, and gave it what name?
Dundee Harris.
Metronome.
It is a metronome, yes. Your bonuses then, Dundee, are 3 questions on buildings in Boston, Massachusetts. Home of the Boston Red Sox, which stadium is the oldest active Major League Baseball park in the USA?
Boston Red Sox. In Maryland. No, what's it? No. Boston.
Is it in Boston?
Yeah. Boston Stadium.
No, it's Fenway Park. Located in the neighbourhood of Charlestown, a 221-foot granite obelisk commemorates which battle of the American Revolutionary War?
Include all these questions.
The Washington Monument, yeah.
Going to do it for your captain.
Washington
Do it through your
Happy
captain.
with that, yeah. I'm happy with Washington Monument. Washington Monument?
No, it's Bunker Hill. Designed by Henry Cobb of I.M. Pei and Partners, the tallest building in New England was named after which founding father whose name has become a byword for a signature?
Founding father, byword for signature. Byword for signature, was that like autograph? Yeah? That's the question.
Come on.
Just autograph?
No, it's John Hancock. Let's start the question now. Acquired by the government in 1824, the John Julius Angerstein collection formed the basis of what institution? Originally based in Angerstein's house at 100 Pall Mall, in 1838 it moved to its present site at the north of Trafalgar Square.
Banker Neil.
National Portrait Gallery?
No.
Dundee Harris.
Turner Gallery.
No, it's the National Gallery. Bad luck. Right, now let's start the question now. Fingers on buzzers. What two-word term is defined by the Oxford English Dictionary as a statement which, in addition to its ostensible meaning, has a further, less publicly acceptable interpretation intended to be understood only by a specific target audience? The term refers to a device designed so that only the animal named in the term can hear it.
Dundee Azan.
Dog whistle?
Dog whistle is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Dundee, are on terminology used in the classification of clouds. In each case, I want the Latin word or affix that is used for clouds with the given feature. For example, stratus or strato appear in the name of flat or layered cloud types. First, fluffy clouds that resemble cauliflower. This is a Latin word meaning heap or pile.
Cumulus.
Heap or pile, cumulus would be with.
Come on, give yourselves a chance of drawing level.
Cumulus.
Cumulus is correct. Secondly, high, wispy clouds, usually 20,000 feet or above.
Oh,
So what is nimbus then?
they're like the big storm clouds.
Nimbus is storm, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
I think
wispy-
so. The
wispy
wispy
ones.
ones.
Altus.
Is it?
Altus.
Altus? I don't know
High.
that one now.
Come on.
You're up. Yeah.
Altus nimbus.
Okay, altus.
No, it's Cirrus. Finally, rain-bearing clouds.
Cumulus nimbus.
I would say nimbus.
Cumulus nimbus.
Do you want to go cumulus nimbus instead? Cumulus nimbus.
No, I can't accept that, I'm afraid. I just needed Nimbus.
Nimbus.
Now, let's start the question. This is your picture round. For your picture starter, you will see a still from a film. For 10 points, simply give the film's title.
Bangor Neil.
Black Klansman.
No. No, I'll tell you. It's Rustin. We'll take your picture bonuses when we get the next starter right. The author Ronald Blythe, who died in 2023, is best known for Aikenfield, a fictionalised account of agricultural life in which English county, where he spent most of his life. He associated with the artist John Nash and the composer Benjamin Britten and became a lay canon of St Edmundsbury Cathedral.
Bangor Clements.
Suffolk.
Correct. Well done. Your picture bonuses then. You just saw a still from the 2023 film Rustin, which centres on the life of Bayard Rustin, the civil rights leader who helped plan the historic March on Washington in 1963. To mark this 60th anniversary, your picture bonuses are stills from 3 more films associated with the US civil rights movement. 5 points for each film you can name. First, this 2014 film.
Oh, Selma. I want to say Selma.
Selma. Selma.
Correct. Secondly, this 1990 film.
That's Whoopi Goldberg.
Colour purple. Isn't
Yes, it's called
Colour purple. Colour purple.
That's The Long Walk Home. Finally, this 1992 film.
Oh,
That's Malcolm X, isn't it? Malcolm X.
Correct. Let's start the question. Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin are Hebrew letters inscribed on the sides of which toy traditionally spun during the Jewish festival?
Bangor Dawson.
Dreidel.
It is the dreidel, yes. Well done. Your bonuses then, Bangor, are 3 questions on the 1968 Summer Olympics. Gymnast Vera Chaslavska, who shared gold for the floor event, turned and bowed her head during the national anthem of her co-champion in a subtle protest at what recent event that had taken place in her homeland?
Hungary. I don't know. Oh, Hungary. Hungary. Yeah, 60. Was it the uprising in Hungary?
No, it was a Soviet invasion of Czechoslovakia. With a gold medal winning time of 9.95 seconds, who became the first man to break the 100-metre 10-second barrier? His world record time would stand for more than 14 years until broken by Calvin Smith.
Jesse Owens.
No. No idea.
Jesse Owens is good as anything.
Jesse Owens.
Jesse Owens was decades before. That was Jim Hines. Name either of the 2 US athletes who raised their black-gloved fists during the 200-metre medal ceremony in a protest against racial injustice.
Can't remember. No. Sorry, I don't know.
It was Tommy Smith or John Carlos. Now, let's start a question. Its name derived from a Provençal word meaning capers. What aromatic savoury paste, often served as a starter or with toast, is made with black olives,
Bangor Williams.
Tapenade.
It is tapenade, yes. Your bonuses, Bangor, are on song lyrics, specifically locations that occur after the words from and to. In each case, I need 2 place names. Pinball Wizard by The Who includes the words, I've played the silver ball, from which area of central London to which South Coast resort? Remember, I need 2 place names.
Soho down to Brighton.
Yes. Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick by Ian Dury and the Blockheads begins in the deserts of Sudan and the gardens of Japan. The next line mentions a North Italian city and a Mexican peninsula. Again, please name both.
Yucatan is one.
So Yucatan is the peninsula. What's the...
Milan.
Milan?
Milan And Yucatan.
Well, it does rhyme, doesn't it? Yeah. Following the words, see the mice in their million hordes, David Bowie's Life on Mars mentions a Spanish island and a scenic area of East Anglia. For 5 points, name both.
Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads, I think.
Ibiza to the Norfolk Broads.
Well done, yes. You're absolutely right. Another starter question now. What surname is shared by the directors of all these films? The Dam Busters, If, There Will Be Blood, and...
Bangor Williams.
Anderson.
It is Anderson, yes. Your bonuses then, Banger, are 3 questions on muscles. Also known as striated or striped muscle, what type of muscle tissue is responsible for voluntary movement within the body? It is contrasted with smooth muscle.
Twitch muscle.
Twitch muscle. No idea. Twitch muscle.
No, it's skeletal muscle. What word can follow fast or slow to describe different categories of muscle fibre that support different types of physical activity?
Twitch.
Correct. Due to their higher rate of anaerobic respiration, fast twitch muscle fibres often experience a build-up of what organic molecule?
Lactic acid.
Lactic acid is correct. Another starter question. Now, what unusual manner of death links the demise of the following fictional characters? Nastasia Petrovna's blacksmith in Gogol's Dead Souls, Mr. Crook in Dickens' Bleak House, and the drummers Peter James Bond and Mick Shrimpton from the fictional rock band Spinal Tap.
Dundee Harris.
Spontaneous combustion.
It is spontaneous combustion, yes, of course. Your bonuses then, Dundee, are 3 questions on German chancellors. Who is Germany's shortest-serving chancellor? Serving for just 1 day, his sole act was dictating a letter to be delivered under white flag to Soviet forces.
Oh,
Go, go, go.
Come on.
I can't.
I'll tell you the answer and move on. It was Goebbels. Second, 2 of the 9 post-war chancellors shared a first name. They served successfully from 1974 for 8 years and then 16 years. Name both. And at the gong, Dundee University have 75 and Bangor have 185. Well played. I'd tell you the answer to the last one was Helmut Schmidt and Helmut Kohl. Bad luck. Dundee, you seem to enjoy the conversation with each other in between questions more than you enjoyed getting the questions right. But you certainly look like you had a really fun time. Do you enjoy yourselves?
Yeah, we did. We really did. I think you could tell. But, so frustrating.
Oh, bad luck. Keith, you got the music question right that you needed to, so you leave with your dignity intact. Well played, guys. Really good to see you. Bangor, what a performance. The strongest we've seen so far. Feel good?
Yeah.
You're never going to live that down about our monkeys.
I'm not. You're right.
We can definitely confirm you are through to the semi-finals, so congratulations on that. And your knowledge of everything from the periodic table to pop music was very, very impressive. So well done. We shall see you again. I hope we're going to see you again. I hope you can join us next time for another of this series, Heats. But until then, it's goodbye from Dundee University.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Bangor University.
Bye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.